we've already seeded more than 100,000 developers, and they love it. They've given us such positive feedback. We can't wait to get it in everyone else's hands. So let me quickly recap what comes in iOS 5. It comes with more than 200 new user features. Let me just quickly recap 10 of the top ones, starting with notifications. We have a great solution for notifications in iOS 5. We have a new notification center. You can get to it any time just by swiping your finger down from the top, and you get all of your notifications. Notifications are no longer blocking, so if you're playing a game and a notification comes up, it just subtly comes up at the top, doesn't interrupt you. You can keep on playing the game. It'll dismiss itself. From the lock screen, you can see more of your notifications, and you can just swipe across any of these, and it'll take you directly to the app that sent the notification. So, notifications. Next up is iMessage. iMessage is a new messaging service between iOS users. It supports the iPhone, the iPad, and the iPod Touch. You can send text, photos, videos. You get delivery and optional read receipts. You can see a typing indication when someone's responding to you. iMessages are pushed to all your devices. So you can pick up on one device where you left off on another. They're sent over 3G and Wi-Fi. So now we support our Wi-Fi only devices like the iPod Touch. And your messages are securely encrypted end to end. That's iMessage. Next up is a brand new app, and it's Reminders. Reminders allows you to create reminders like pick up dry cleaning, make a dinner reservation. You can have location-based reminders. So you could say, remind me to pick up my dry cleaning when I leave work. And it'll set up a geofence around where you are, and when you leave work, it'll pop up that reminder. You can have simple reminders, like a grocery list. And all of these reminders will sync with both Exchange and with iCloud. And that's Reminders. Next up is Twitter integration. We have integrated Twitter deeply into the OS. So now you can go right to Settings, sign into your Twitter account, and now you don't have to sign in again for other apps on the App Store or our apps. And then we've integrated Twitter into many of the built-in apps, like Photos. So now you can take a photo and tweet that photo right from there. This is what the tweet sheet looks like. It's gorgeous. So you can tweet photos. You can tweet websites from Safari, videos from YouTube, locations for maps, and more. So deep integration of Twitter. Next up is Newsstand. Newsstand makes it even better to experience reading newspapers and magazines on your iPad, especially subscriptions. And there are a lot of publications now that are building subscriptions for the iPad. Things like The New Yorker, Martha Stewart Living, Esquire, GQ, Allure, Vanity Fair, and great newspapers like the New York Times. Now we've created a new location in the App Store that gathers all of these subscription newspapers and magazines together, so it's easy to find them. And once you've subscribed, we place it in a single location right on your home screen. And we download new issues in the background. So while you're sleeping, if the newspaper comes out, by the time you wake up in the morning, the icon is set to the cover page, and it's ready for you to read. And that is Newsstand. Next up is Camera. We know how popular the camera is on the iPhone, and so we're making it even better. The first thing we want to do is make it really easy to quickly get to the camera and take a photo. So now if you double-click on the Home button, this new button appears, the Camera button. And if you tap on that, you're taken directly and immediately to the Camera app, and you're ready to take a photo. You don't need to even type in a passcode. You're right there and ready to take it. And you can even optionally use the Volume Up button to take that photo. You can add optional grid lines to line up your photo or use the rule of thirds to compose it. You can pinch to zoom right in the viewfinder. You can put your finger down and hold it on a given location, and it'll set the auto exposure and autofocus lock to that point. Now, this is a really advanced feature of a camera made simple on the iPhone. Once you've taken your photos, you can now edit them right on your iOS device as well. You can crop and rotate. You can remove red eye. You can see there's red eye in here with a single tap. it's removed. And you can do one-tap enhance. And this goes beyond just red eye removal, but will actually pull things out of the shadow, improve skin tones, and just generally make your photo look better. So some great enhancements to photos and camera. Next up is Game Center. Game Center has only been out for about a year, and it's been a huge hit. We already have more than 67 million people signed up using Game Center. But we're making it even better. We're adding photos, so you can see your friends. We're adding achievement points, so you can compare how you're doing against your friends. We're giving friend recommendations, so you can find other people to play games with and against. And game recommendations. So it's easier to find that new game that you didn't know about, but you're going to love it. And there's more. That's Game Center. Next up, Safari. Now, I showed you the stats earlier on how popular Safari is. And so we want to make it even better. And we've added a number of things. One is Reader. You see up top, there's this new Reader button. When you tap on that button, we take the story on the web page you're currently on, and we format it perfectly for that device. We get rid of all the extraneous information. We set the font size right. Even if it's a multi-page story, it's all loaded so you can just scroll through it and read it. This works great on the iPad. It's fantastic on the iPhone. Just sets everything nice and easy for you to read the story. Now, if you don't have time to read the story right now, just add it to the reading list. There's another new feature. And you can come back and read it later. And the reading list syncs between your iOS devices. And so you could add it on the iPad, then later go back and read it on your iPhone. This next feature is one of my favorites, and it's tab browsing. We have added full tab browsing to the iPad. And it makes it really easy to quickly switch between websites, compare them. And I have to say, it's changed the way that I browse the web now on my iPad. So some great enhancements to Safari. Next up is Mail. We've made Mail better in a number of ways. We've added rich text formatting, so you can set bold, italic, underline, control the indentation, drag addresses between the to, CC, and BCC. You can flag messages. In addition to searching the from, to, and subject, you can now search the entire body of a message, including messages back on the server that aren't even on your iPhone. And for the iPad, we have a nice one where you can just swipe to get to the inbox very quickly in Portrait and dismiss it. It's really nice. So some nice enhancements to Mail. Next up is PC free. Now, it used to be the case that to own an iOS device, you had to own a computer. Because the first thing you had to do is plug into a computer. But we have a lot of customers, they just want to buy an iPhone or an iPad as their only device. And that is now possible with iOS 5. Now, when you take it out of the box, it looks like this. You set it up, and you're good to go. There's no need for a computer. And we've gone beyond that. We've added support for wireless updates. And so now you can stay up to date on the most recent software without using a computer. You can do it all wirelessly. And that is PC free. And again, these are just 10 of the more than 200 new features that come with iOS 5. iOS 5 will support the iPhone 3GS and the iPhone 4, the iPad, the iPad 2, and the 3rd and 4th generation iPod Touch. iOS 5 is a free update and will be available on October 12th next week. And that is iOS 5. To walk you through iCloud, I'd like to invite up Eddie Q. Eddie.
Thanks, Scott. It's great to have everyone here at Apple today, and I want to talk to you about iCloud. So iCloud stores your content and wirelessly pushes it to all of your devices. We've integrated it right into our apps so that everything happens automatically. So let's say I'm on my iPhone, for example, and I take a photo. iCloud saves it right to our cloud and automatically pushes it to all of our devices. There's no syncing. There's nothing new to learn. It just works. And iCloud is free. So let's start by talking about music, photos, and documents. First, iTunes in the cloud. So over 1/3 of the music we sell on the iTunes Store is purchased directly on iOS devices. This means our music is now on multiple devices, and keeping it in sync can be frustrating. Well, now, when I'm on my iPad in the iTunes Store, I'm looking at the Beatles' One album, and I buy it. It starts downloading to my iPad, but at the same time, it also downloads to my iPhone, and it downloads to iTunes on my Mac and PC. There's no syncing. It's that simple. But what if I want to listen to a song on my iPhone that I previously purchased on iTunes, but it's not on this device? Well, I can go to the new purchased area in the iTunes Store, and I can see a list of all of the albums and songs that I previously purchased. And with just a tap of one button, I can download any of them at no additional cost. Now, this works exactly the same way for TV shows. I can see all the TV shows that I previously purchased, all the episodes, and I can watch any of them at no additional cost. I can even watch them right on my Apple TV. And that's iTunes in the cloud. Next, we've done something really remarkable with photos. A lot of us are taking all of our photos on our iPhone. It's always with us. The photos look gorgeous. But these photos are now in your camera roll, and you wish they were on all your devices. Well, with PhotoStream, all I do is take my photo on my iPhone, like I do today, and it's automatically saved to iCloud and pushed to all your devices. Here it is on my iPad. We've built it right into the Photos app in a new album called PhotoStream. So now that photo that I just took on my iPhone, I can see right on my iPad. And it even downloads right to iPhoto on my Mac. And I can see it on Apple TV. And that's PhotoStream. Next, documents in the cloud. So iOS revolutionized the way we manage our documents because we don't have to. Apps manage them for us. Well, documents in the cloud makes this even better. Because now when I create a new document, say on Pages on my iPad, it's automatically saved and stored in iCloud. So when I launch Pages on my iPhone, the document is right there. And I can open it and start editing right where I left off. My documents are updated across my devices. We also have a set of APIs available so that apps can store their documents in the cloud.